So this is Danny Flexon here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined once again by a highly respected trainer, Billy Nelson. Billy, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Danny. Thanks. Thanks so much.
Good, good. We have a new unified heavyweight champion of the world on this Monday morning, Oleksandr Usyk, outboxing Anthony Joshua and getting a wide victory on two of the cards. Obviously, one was quite close. What did you make of his performance, and was it kind of how you thought it was going to go?
Well, I knew what Martin Bakole told me when he was over sparring in Kiev, and obviously by watching him and knowing how good he is, that he would box similar to that. But I just thought there was a distinct lack of game plan, and Anthony's behalf. Maybe there was a game plan. He's just going to implement it, and that's a credit to Usyk. I think that is basically what the case is. Usyk was just too sharp and too good on the night.
What do you think Joshua could have done that he didn't? Because while he may have failed to execute a game plan, he never seemed to change it up.
Not at all, did he? I mean, he never went to the body. He never tried to get in tight, in close, and lean on him, use his strength, bring uppercuts up or down to the body. I mean, a very minimal body, but if he'd have started going to the body at the beginning, he'd have slowed the legs down at some stage and hopefully caught up with him. It just didn't seem to be answering that night, unfortunately.
What do you think goes through Joshua's mind now? Because he's presumably going to take a rematch. We don't know for sure yet, but if he does, what's he going to do differently?
He's got to do everything differently, really, hasn't he? He's got to completely differently. He's got to listen to one. First and foremost, he's got to listen to one voice in the corner. It was the camera went in the corner, and I could see three people speaking to him at the same time. That's unprofessional. The main man's Rob McCracken. He's a great coach, fantastic coach, fantastic person, and the other people have got to respect that he is a man. And that's the voice that AJ should be listening to. No, everybody getting their tuppence with him.
Now, a lot of people were saying in the build-up that Usyk was too small to have success against Joshua. Do you think that's just complete rubbish, or do you think it was more that Joshua didn't impose his advantages in size?
Well, it's rubbish because Evander Holyfield's similar stature to Usyk. You wouldn't mind training the guy. You wouldn't mind the training up Holyfield, the career he had. Fantastic career. So you can't say that he's too small. He's just, well, listen, he was about the weight that Muhammad Ali used to be. Was he too small for a heavyweight? Come on.
No, but I guess the other heavyweights are bigger now, aren't they, than they were?
People have got bigger, but well, listen. The bottom line is, you can answer the question yourself on that performance. Could you fault that performance?
No, not at all. But I'm saying, did Joshua, did he not impose his size?
Well, he never. Well, it's clear as day, he never. And I don't know why he never. There was a 30-second minute spell that it looked as though he was just about to get on top of him again. And there was one round that Joshua done well in. I thought maybe this is a turning point, but Usyk came back out the next round on his toes and dominated for the beginning round. He took the centre ring and boxed him out. Anthony had to box outside. I couldn't understand the game plan for Anthony's perspective at all.
And without kind of focusing too much on Joshua, what do you like specifically about Usyk? What do you think makes him special?
His variety in his jab. He jabs to the head, jabs to the body. His movement, his feet movements, brilliant angles. I mean, the traditional way to teach us a southpaw, an orthodox is have your foot on the outside. He's very, very comfortable putting his foot on the inside.
Yeah.
Doing that, he's right in line with Anthony for his left hand, but he's also right in line with Anthony's right hand, which is a big risk, especially somebody that punches as hard as Anthony Joshua. But he's comfortable doing it. He done it against Tony Bellew, and then he's throwing 1-2s down the pipe, and then he's changing, he's disguising some of them and turning them into left hooks, and that's when he gets caught quite a few times.
So is that him being confident enough in his own head and upper body movement to wait in the pocket and line up with that right hand?
He's confident in his ability, Danny. He's just a fantastic fighter. I mean, look what he's achieved: the Olympics, World Championships, European Championships. Beat everybody on the road on the World Boxing Super Series. Knocked out Tony Bellew, schooled Chisora, and basically, gave Anthony a bit of a lesson Saturday night, didn't he, really?
Yeah, I agree. Which heavyweights out there, if any, would you back against Usyk?
Tyson Fury, Martin Bakole, and Filip Hrgovic. And possibly Michael Hunter.
Now, I know obviously you're going to say Bakole because he's your fighter. You've got full confidence in him. But what about the others, particularly Hrgovic? Because a lot of people have said Fury. Why do you think Hrgovic could have the beating of Usyk?
Because he's a big, strong man with a very good jab. Very good jab. Although, he is a bit slower. He is obviously slower, and that might be his detriment against Usyk. But I think he's a good fighter. I rate Filip Hrgovic.
And Fury just mainly because of the size and also that he can match him for footwork almost.
Tyson Fury's basically maybe not as skilled as Usyk, but boxes similar to Usyk, but with taller, longer reach and more power.
And you mentioned Martin Bakole there. Last week he got a win under his belt out in Dubai. What do you make of his performance? No, it didn't last very long, but what did you make of it?
It was what it was. It was a warm-up fight for a fight in December. I mean, his shot selection was fantastic. If you watch the fight, you'll see that he shot. I mean, I think he missed maybe half a dozen times out of just over 100 punches. So, his accuracy was fantastic. Very, very limited opponent, granted, but he said that. I mean, he went over and sparred Oleksandr Usyk, and he done particularly well against Oleksandr Usyk, and he would be very confident in beating him.
And is he in the UK yet?
Fingers crossed. He collects his UK visa's been approved. His wife and son have got them, and because he came back from Dubai last Monday, the authorities took his passport off him to send to South Africa to get his UK visa in it. Hopefully it arrives in Kinshasa today. That being the case, he'll go to Dubai on Wednesday, do 10 nights, 11 days, 10 nights, whatever the case is, and then come to the UK. And that's him here for good.
And can you tell us anything about the December fight yet?
I don't know anything about it. I just know that it probably won't be in the UK.
Okay.
Because nobody here wants to fight him. It's as simple as,
It's a big fight.
Most of them. Well, they're all going to be big fights now, Danny, because he's in the, he's top 15 in all the organisations. We want to fight guys above us, or we want to fight guys above us. Get in a position where we realise that we're on the B side. There's no qualms with that, but it's getting somebody to fight us. And in 2 or 3 fights, we'll be hopefully on the A side where people will want to fight us. And in 3 fights' time, I do hope that we'll be in a mandatory position.
And would you rather target Usyk than Fury out of the 2 champions?
Martin will fight any of them. And that's genuine. Fight any of them. Fight Anthony Joshua. Dylan White. Dylan White doesn't want anything to do with Martin. In my opinion. Won't even spar him. Called off twice the night before the spars. Chisora would that'd be a good fight from an interim. Maybe a fight in March. Chisora, that'd be a good fight.
You mentioned Dillian White there. He's fighting Otto Wallin on October the 30th. What do you make of that fight?
Well, let's be perfectly honest, right? When Otto Wallin, the result he got against Tyson Fury was mainly due to the cut. See, if that cut never happened, Tyson Fury was toying with him, playing with him, wasn't he? I mean, let's be perfectly honest. That cut made the fight more even. If he never had that cut, there'd been a wide decision, and we probably wouldn't be hearing Otto Wallin. But fair play him, he's got a bit of he's got a bit of recognition off the back here, and now he's got a good fight with Dylan White. I fully expect Dylan
you
to
give
beat
him a chance in that fight?
No. Dylan should beat him unless Dylan's shot. I don't know.
Well, let's hope not.
We'll
find out.
I hope not. No, listen, I like Dylan White as a fighter. He's a wholehearted fighting man. You know, he'll give it everything, and I like that in him. But you know, he says things about other fighters, but he doesn't like things said about him.
Yeah,
in my opinion. If you can't take it, don't give it.
That's fair enough. Billy, I'm going to let you get off to the gym, but I really appreciate the analysis, and hopefully we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you very much. Cheers, Danny.